Welcome everyone to the Fighting Dementia podcast. We're here to be a really good free resource for people in the early to middle stages of the disease. I'm Leon, one of the co-hosts.
Hiya, I'm Fran. I was diagnosed 5.5 years ago with mixed dementia. We're just here really to just help you along the way and support you in anything that you need.
I'm Tom. I was diagnosed 8 years ago and Leon said blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much.
When I said you can say blah, 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 then you can say whatever you want, but you've gone with blah, blah, blah. That's okay.
You said blah, 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 so it's a blah, blah, blah. I only do what I'm told.
I don't think you'll know this, but Tom gets put in the cupboard very often by Marion when he's naughty, so he's in the cupboard.
Long-time listeners will know that,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Tom.
Yeah. And we're here to talk about intentions for 2026. And I use the word intentions, not goals, because of when Graham came on, Dr. Graham Smith.
Yeah.
He said this.
Mm.
And the interesting thing about dementia is that we tend to think it's an old age issue.
Yeah.
We forget that it's also a public health prevention issue. So there are lots of brain health things that people can do in their lives that will have a positive impact or be what they call a protective factor. So there are risk factors for dementia. Doesn't mean because you have those risk factors you're necessarily going to have dementia, and it doesn't mean that if you always follow the protective factors, and you could argue it tends to arrest the condition in some way. So that's about brain health.
Yeah,
that's about looking after yourself. So it doesn't matter whether you've got dementia or not.
So he talks about intentions, not goals, because intentions is a bit kinder to yourself. Because if you say I have a goal for this next year, and then it gets to September and say the goal was like, by September I'll have done this, then you might feel, well, I'm a bit of a failure, or this didn't happen, that didn't happen. Whereas if you have an intention by September to achieve this, well, that's all right. I didn't hit it, but at least I did something towards it. And it's fine that, you did something towards that intention. You might not have hit the specific thing, but at least you didn't think, I had a goal and I failed. So that was quite interesting, I thought. Yeah,
it's like you could or should, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you could, that takes off the
harshness.
The harshness, yeah. But intentions is right, because the only intention I have is that I want to continue doing what I'm doing, to put the news out there of the fact that you can't survive with dementia. You can't always. Some people have it quite quickly, and things don't always work out like we would like them to. But in the majority of cases, you're not given the right information. You're not given the way to look after yourself or what to do. You're not diagnosed for a long time. So it's my intention this year to make sure that people get the message that we can live happily and healthily with dementia.
Well, dementia is now really proven to start forming 20 years in the brain before symptoms.
Yeah.
So in fact, people are even now walking around living with dementia.
Yeah.
And in their eyes, they'll be living well because they don't even know that they're actually having underlying cognitive issues have started in the brain.
Yeah.
And a big part of, my goal with this is to inform people of all that side of it, because everyone can start living well and start looking after their brain health at any age. And that's going to help, even if you are on the road to getting dementia, it's going to start delaying it even sooner, even more, so that you can live live well for even longer.
Yeah.
So
I think it's really good. It's only the government who's the problem and other people, because they won't take it on board as it's. They'll take all the cancers and things on, which is right, and that's good. But they won't take on the dementia stats now. They don't think it's viable to do that, and that's so wrong. People are so underdiagnosed and left, and families, and it's just. And I think this has gone on in all government. I'm not blaming today's, but I just think that there's not enough attention paid to Alzheimer's, dementia, or any other form of dementia, because there's so many, and we have got to get that message out there one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, the Daily Mail just started a big campaign with the Alzheimer's Society.
Yeah,
didn't
they have, and it's
you-
brilliant.
Which you're part of.
Yeah,
Which you'll be featuring
It just
in
gives you all the statistics, and it also gives people who are looking after people and supporting them, gives them a chance to say how they feel and what they want to do, and how, you know, they need support as well as supporting the person who's got the disease. But we just need to get out there and keep letting people know, because it's getting worse. It's not getting better, and it's not going to get better anytime soon.
Well, it's a postcode lottery, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Depending
right.
on where you are.
Yeah.
Like Tom, you had hardly any support.
None whatsoever, apart from Marion. She supported me greatly.
Oh.
But in the early years, you got no.
No,
you felt
nothing
like
at
you
all.
got no support from.
I didn't think I'd be here by now. But I've just proved them wrong that I am still here.
Yeah.
Still being a pain, but there you go.
I know, but that's because you got the information, didn't you?
Yeah.
Come to Sedgemoor
Sedgemoor
as
was
well.
a great inspiration for us.
You know, and we've had a nice social
Interaction.
time, haven't we?
okay.
Yeah. And
We'll
made
use
new
time.
friends. Well,
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what about you, Tom? Any intentions for 2026?
Try and be good. I'm going to do the Liverpool-Chester bike ride. Again, I want to try and do it every year if I
27
can.
miles, is that? Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done.
And I want to carry on working and live really well and help as many people as I can with this podcast.
Lovely.
And I think you do it outside of the podcast as well now, don't you? When you meet people,
Yeah.
you can tell them what you can do and what you can't
Well,
do.
I always tell them about the podcast.
Yeah.
I've
And
got
what
your
you
business cards, by the way. I forgot
Thank
to
you very
tell
much.
There you go.
Have
I've
you
been
brought them in?
shouted at for a number of
I'm going to
weeks
leave mine
and months.
everywhere.
Have you got them with you?
I have. They're in my bag. Yeah. I'll get them out. We also, it's worth mentioning, we've got these lovely cupcakes that Marion, and we'll do a little zoom in on the cupcakes there, because Marion put a lot of time and effort, which is your wife, Tom,
I
into
helped.
making some lovely cupcakes for us.
I helped spread chocolate all over the ceiling when I was doing them
You did, didn't you?
by spinning the icing bag.
Yeah.
So yeah, thinking about my intentions or what I'd like to achieve next year is really grow what we're doing here, so that more eyeballs on it. So in our company, it looks like we're going to start we build care home management software, and we've also got an app for people living with dementia, but it's in the very early stages, so we don't really like talk about it too much, because even yours, when we tried to look at it last week, was broke, wasn't it? So
It takes time.
but it does. It takes time to learn what also
Yeah.
is going to work and what's not
Yeah.
going to work. But on the software that we build for care organisations and local authorities, that looks like it's going to start to do pretty well. And so we're hoping by the middle of next year that we can have this app out for the dementia community. But it's not even just for the dementia community, because what I've learned in this last year of doing the podcast is that dementia is no different to anyone else in terms of the things that you need to do to look
Yeah.
after your brain health.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
actually it's just about brain health. Because everyone's dementia is different anyway. You couldn't do something that was like just all about dementia, because all the things that are good at fighting progression of the disease is just to do with good brain health.
Yeah.
And good brain health is good for anyone. So actually the app that we're building isn't just for people with dementia. What might be different for if you do have dementia and you get onto the app is there'll be clips of this podcast,
Yeah,
just giving you
yeah.
more information about specific things to do with dementia, giving you more inspiration, which, you know, other people maybe don't need to be inspired by people living with dementia because they're not thinking about it or that's not where they are. But we work with social care organisations, and we want to provide the tool that's about journaling, that's about community to their team and their employees, and also the people that they look after. Because what I've learnt through Rosie and people like Michelle about that person-centred approach is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So if you're looking after someone but you're having a bad day as a support worker, well, that person you're looking after is probably not going to have the best day, because they can sense and feel that you're in a bad place in your life. So hopefully we can get this app out by middle of next year and start to grow that and you know, essentially help people grow as a person, help them change their behaviours, help them achieve their intentions.
It's understanding, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And we also want to build features that help them to build their own communities and connect with their own communities in different ways. So we've talked about walks and nature walks and stuff, which is something that we'll add. So that's really my goals for the next year, is get to that place where we have something out there, get lots of feedback from the community, but also grow this. So once we do have a bit more resource, we have done no promotion really of the podcast. No. We've just been doing it as, recording it every week without really doing anything behind the scenes to push it. So hopefully over the next few months, we're going to start being able to push it a little bit more and get more eyeballs on it, because from the little emails and comments we've had on social that we have had, it's really a game changer for people.
They're positive, aren't they? I think the people are glad that there is people like ourselves and other people out there who are suffering the same, for both the person who has it and the person who's supporting them.
Absolutely.
And I just think, we've got to get it out there, because with this next generation that's coming through as well, I think it's going to definitely rise, because some of the lifestyles of these are really, we're in a consumer related time.
Consumer-driven society, Well, everyone's very busy, aren't they?
And food is, not like it was when I was younger. And I've still got it. And
ultra-processed food is a
I
total
didn't have
disaster.
processed food when I was younger.
Absolutely.
But I did once it started coming in. And stuff like that. So I just think we need to really concentrate on just having people understanding what it is to have dementia of
and
any
what you
sort.
can do to fight it,
And what you can do to
before.
live with it. And for them, and it'll stop the people worrying as well all the time about what the next day is going to be like, because once they see it like with a bit more confidence and stuff, they're more relaxed, aren't they?
Oh, they are, yeah.
Well,
so
you were
is,
depressed,
Frank is.
weren't you, when you first got diagnosed?
Definitely, I had a very dark thoughts to myself. But then I just kicked myself in the backside and got on with it. Got a job, love working.
It's a hard time for any family, isn't it, when someone gets diagnosed? I think it can be even harder with young onset dementia. Because
and that
young,
doesn't get a very
kids.
good publicity.
The thing is, if you're sitting there on your own for a number of hours, and all that's going round in your head is what's going to happen.
Well, because many people have to, depending on the job you do, many people have to give up work, don't they, if they're still working with young onset dementia.
I did,
And so did you, Tom.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden, I think Dr. Graham Smith had mentioned it, your world shrinks. All of a sudden, you were out there seeing people all the time. You had a purpose with work. You were doing this, you were doing that. And then all of a sudden, you're not in work. And, maybe you're not traveling as much. All of a sudden, you don't know what to do. And you're sat there with your own thoughts, which is obviously not going to be a nice place to be with a disease that you Google and says, well, especially with young onset, you might be dead in 2 years. Which is, thank God that's not the case.
I remember one day I sat in our living room for must be like 2 or 3 hours just staring at the wall when I first got diagnosed, because I didn't know what to do. I don't know. But them days are behind me now. I'm getting on with it.
It's like if you've got a physical illness, say you get cancer, and there's no way that I would... It's whatever illness you have, it's devastating to you as a person and to your family. And cancer has come on so far now with research and everything that's been done, and that's great. And they need that, and I know that by experience myself now with a family member, and it's been amazing. So why can't we concentrate as well on the mind, and instead of just something that's a physical illness? Because ours is a mental health issue, and we do come under mental health. I don't think it's taken as seriously as what.
No, well, I think
it should be.
We've got an article on the website about this. Cancer used to be the C word. And I think dementia is still, that's not the case anymore, because people openly talk about a cancer diagnosis, and people openly talk about fighting cancer. You've got stand up to cancer. You got this thing in the consciousness of society,
and the research is ongoing
in the Western world anyway. That we, okay, I've got cancer, let's fight it. Whereas the idea of you get dementia, let's fight it, I don't think is anywhere near as prevalent.
That's right.
In the society, it's like, oh, you got dementia. Ooh, should I tell it? We've got people we know who don't even tell their families. For years, because they're worried about how it might be perceived.
Well, I
don't think that's happening with cancer hardly at all these days. And part of that, I looked into the research of why. It's because people like Angelina Jolie got breast cancer and talked about fighting it and obviously survived. And before celebrities like that who came out around cancer, it was very much, it's the C word, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And so, we had Bruce Willis, who's got dementia, who's in a bit more of an advanced stage. But I think even when he was diagnosed, he didn't come out and publicly say anything.
No.
It was very much like behind closed doors. So I think the more people that, like yourselves, who come out and talk about it, then the better.
I think people just have the idea that, you see someone with dementia, they're a bit nuts then.
There's a stigma with it in there still, even in this day and age.
And that's not true.
I'll be honest, we'd started the company to do automated reminiscence therapy for people with dementia because of our past experiences with life story work. And Adam, my co-founder, his nan had dementia and stuff. And then you were the first person, Fran, that I met out in the world with dementia. And I'll be honest, in the first couple of minutes, I was thinking, oh my God, how do I act? What do I do? I remember feeling like that because you were the first person that I'd interacted with in a setting that, because it was at a DAA meeting, a Dementia Action Alliance meeting. And I was, because I hadn't experienced it before, I was thinking, do I say that? Do I ask that? Whereas now, I meet people with dementia and it's like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
There's no difference whatsoever in how I talk to them.
Oh, exactly the same.
Even if they're a little bit more advanced and they haven't, there's no difference.
And they're quite honest. I'll say to people, no, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
I've forgotten that, I'm sorry, or I can't remember that, or I get confused doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't hide it. I don't think, for 1 minute, I just say, I'm awful sorry, will you give me 5 minutes because I've got to look at my bag and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And I've got dementia, but I'm fine and I'm okay. But it just takes me a little longer. And 9 times out of 10, the people are lovely.
Yeah.
And they'll say, take your time. Or they'll say, my mum had that. Or my nan's got that. Or my friend's mum's got it. And then you bring up a conversation with it as well. Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
And then they go, are you Fran? And he goes, yeah. And I can't get a word edgeways now. And get off again.
What would you do without me, Tom?
Get a word in, wouldn't I?
You would.
No, you wouldn't. I have to prompt you.
Oh, yeah. I forget where I am, you see. My excuse anyway.
That's not true.
I'm tired now, though.
No.
Brilliant. So any other intentions for next year that come to mind? 2026?
Just live life to the full.
Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
There you go. Me too.
Make sure everybody's happy and happy.
Fantastic. Well, on that note, we really hope you've got something out of the podcast last year, and we hope everyone listening has a great 2026. Thanks for listening.
To all folks.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Should get that on a t-shirt. Fight dementia, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening to today's podcast. We hope you've got something out of it. We understand that everyone's journey is different, and we understand there's hundreds of types of dementia. So we hope through conversation, we're supporting you on your journey. So please subscribe, tell other people you know who might benefit from the podcast. And if you'd like to come on, please do get in touch. Thanks for listening. Thanks again for listening today. Just a reminder to do your own research. We always take guests, scientists, researchers, people supporting people living with dementia, people living with dementia at their word. They might talk about things that are new in science. They might talk about things that have really helped them. So just a reminder, do your own research. And thanks again for listening.